as, of course, straightforward as it seems here. It looks quite on the dodgy side, but yeah, I think I'll straighten it up now. But welcome along to this stream here, Sunday the 6th of March 2022. And of course, I thought I'd do an hour walk or so, or maybe less than that. We'll see how it goes. And I thought I'd start in this area here of Toolstone Way. I will hopefully show you a bit of the building construction site, which are building houses at the moment. Hopefully we'll see a bit of that, and we'll head towards the town area, which is probably and most likely to be the last resort that I'll sort of finish up on today. But we'll see how things go. And already we've got a sunset here, and of course let's have a look around here right this minute here. And if you do care to join us here, if you're watching live or replay, massive hello to you. Welcome to Sunday the 6th of March 2022. Of course, coming from a live walk in Haverhill this afternoon, and hopefully you all can catch us before the next videographer or the famous videographer is up at 4. But anyway, lovely sunshine here, and of course, yeah, when I say sunshine, it's kind of like a sunset here in this location. I haven't been up this sort of piece of grass for a long time, but yeah, notice you see what looks like a holiday bus. I don't know how long it's been stood there, but yeah, it looks like it's parked there waiting for people to come on board. But yeah, maybe they've just parked there. I don't know what the reason behind that is, but of course it's not there forever. Usually there is a holiday bus parked there for some reason, I don't know what. But this land here, of course, we used to play football. Of course, there's no ball games allowed here now, but we used to play football when it was really smoothly cut. Although, of course, it's quite long now, but of course, it looks nicer than what it did look like back then. But there you go. Please give us a thumbs up, even if you're watching on replay here. And of course, this is the whole Wheelsy Estate, which a lot of people, I would say a lot of people, and to put it in a better way, of course, miss it out and don't realise the best parts of Haverhill, which is the quietest parts, you know. And of course, it's not far from where I live now. I'm literally about 5 minutes away from here. But of course, like I say, it's nice to see this ground as it is, even to this day. I've got a notification about Walk With Me Tim coming up later on. I don't know where he is live today, but of course I wish him luck on his live tonight. So yeah, I'll probably catch up with Tim a little bit later. But yeah, this area here is where we used to play ball games many years ago. But of course that was many years ago. But these days you wouldn't be allowed to do that. But yeah, it's a nice, what look like daffodils to me, yeah? Is it the time of year of daffodils? Do let me know in the comments here. So, yeah, let's put this down a bit so I can actually straighten this up. It's a lot easier, isn't it? But yeah, it's kind of like aches my arm holding a sort of camera stick like this. But yeah, one day you'll see the stick that I'm actually using. It's only a sort of phone stick, you know, a selfie stick if you like. And of course it's also very similar to a gimbal, but of course it's the only gimbal that I've got literally. That's the primary school that I used to go to when I was in my younger days. Just there, it is still a primary school, and of course it's changed over the years dramatically. And it's basically got a sort of building which has been extended onto the actual school. So the school part is just there, and the building next to it is basically just an extra building that they put as a classroom, that kind of thing. So this is Toolstone Way, just in case you're just wondering here. And of course, the reason why they stopped, of course, no ball games here is because, of course, the footballs, as you can imagine, kept going over the fences here of where people lived, and a lot of people complained about it. Thank you very much for the thumbs up, whoever done that. And hopefully we get some people coming in, and hopefully we'll get Julian Spoons watching in. I know he hasn't been on a lot of walks here, but of course I'm doing this because the sun is out for a little bit. But this is Toolstone Way. We'll check out the building site here from a sort of land view rather than a top decker bus, which of course can be seen on some of the videos if you want to check out Haverhill to Cambridge route. So this is one end of Shetland Road here, as in the Wheelsy, just here. One of the quietest areas of Haverhill that I've ever come across. Shetland has the Isles there. There you go. Just walking along here. I'm actually going to cross over. I'm going to try and make it to the town because I want to get to Iceland in time, hopefully, all being well. But let's see if I can make it. Might be able to make it just before it closes, but we'll see. I can't see that happening actually, but there you go. I'll have to go to Jets instead. But yeah, welcome along here. This is Georgetown Way. I thought I'd come down here because no buses or bus drivers that know me will be able to stick their head out the window and say hello to me. But yeah, one day I might come along here when there are buses coming down here, because actually they don't come up here on a Sunday. And of course, somebody that recently passed away more than 2 weeks ago, or a few weeks ago, actually told us that once there should be a bus on a Sunday coming up this way. Unfortunately, there isn't, and there hasn't been for quite some time, really. But the only bus you can get to Cambridge is on a Sunday every hour, which used to be the Monday to Saturday service back in the days of the CAN bus. Going past Osprey Road here, a new estate here, which has been here for quite some time, but of course it's newish, like this estate just here at the back of the Wheelsy. There is another one, as in a site or some houses coming up. We'll get a better view of it from this side of the road. So I thought I'd come from this side of the road here. And so far we've been going for 8 minutes, and keep sharing the stream wherever possible. And thank you very much for your thumbs up, whoever does give us a thumbs up wherever you're watching. We get mystery viewers coming in sometimes, and of course my hands are already colder up this sort of area, because it's actually, I would say, to be honest with you, it's actually quite on a hillside. So yeah, that's probably the reason why it's cold. There's another subway here, which I actually showcased the day after that wind of Storm Eunice, where everybody was worried about the wind, but not everybody. But yeah, majority of people were, majority of people weren't. So there you go. Hopefully we don't get that experience again. So this is the other side of the subway, which is the underneath path here, which is probably safer to cross over. But what you do see is a lot of humps here. Please share the stream. This is Tori with us live here on a Sunday little walk. You can see the beautiful sunset here in March. So what is it like in Haverhill in March? Good question, isn't it? Well, actually, it's a little bit cold, but yeah, that's because I'm standing on a pretty much hill. As I go into land in that direction, you can see, of course, the sunset behind the trees there. Beautiful, isn't it? From this view, you do get spectacular views here, which people do miss out on, I have to say. Don't know whether I should actually I would say put some gloves on. It would be a good idea to do so. So just going past J Close, familiar name, J Waters, or J Asher Waters. If you're watching, then this might be familiar to you. Okay, so yeah, do let us know where you'd like us to end up. Somebody said about Linton one day. That was a dog barking, by the way. Somebody said Linton, so that is a possibility to do Linton. But if we do these places, you've got to go out and check us out. There's a lot of people who suggest places, but never end up watching us. But yeah, maybe they're doing other things at the same time. Green Road is just here. The new estate here. Looks like it's about to rain very shortly, but we'll see how that goes. It's quite quiet here on a Sunday. Live in living colour here. And of course, those paths actually go towards the Bird Estate, which is known as, that's what it's known as, the Bird Estate. There's a footpath here which we'll show you one day. We used to call it the Cornwall Way. We might show that again at some point in the summer when it's a bit more drier. And it's quite a nice little walk actually. It takes you right on the other side of the Wheelsy, down in that direction over there. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to take a look at some of the building work to this date here. That's still that dog barking just behind me there. Kingfisher Close we're coming up to now. So, obviously, this estate has got its name, the Bird Estate, through these different sort of names, like Kingfisher. And J, is that a bird name? I don't know, but of course, I thought it was the name of a person rather than anything else. So, yeah, I do remember coming down here and waiting for a bus. Well, of course, sometimes I do. If I want to catch the 9:30 bus to Cambridge, for example. Might just get away with it on that particular point, depending on how late the bus is, especially coming down in this area. So, this is one stop here. There used to be an actual roof to a bus stop just there, but they took it down, the council. I don't know why that was, but of course they did take it down. So if you're watching on replay, massive hello to you, in particular Leonard Clark, who may tune in, Max Jennings as well. Roy75 I haven't seen in the chat for a while, but of course you do get a lot of noises around here, I have to say. Noises of cars. So yeah, you do get a lot of humps here, which to me sometimes they ruin the buses, but of course does it really speed down the cars? Does it actually do the trick?
Sorry.
Okay. That's that dog that was barking behind me there. But yeah, like I say, yeah, do these as in humps, do the trick in stopping cars speeding. I don't know, but of course, let's look at a better thing to look at, which of course may be exciting for those people who will be waiting to find out what these houses look like. So you get a better view from this side here. I don't want to really walk on the muddy side of the road here. Obviously you can see the greenery sort of muddy path here. It's not actually a path there. We might actually put a path there one day, but this is the current building status at the moment, so you might want to look back at the future of this. I'm zooming in now. We'll probably get a closer look at those houses because that's the latest development so far, and home of the week, of course. and it tells you the price of them. 4-bedroom detached home is coming up. So there you go. I don't know when they are going to be completed by, but this is the progress so far. Stamp duty paid. 01440 344 305. Home of the week. That's the company that are going to be or have already built these houses, as you can see right in the far distance. But apparently it's going to spread all the way just down over there. You know, is it going to go as far as Kennington, which is the next village on from here? I don't know, but to wait and see. Right. Yeah, not too bad. Just saying hello to people as we go by. That's the guy there. So here, Postbox, for anyone wanting to know that there's one here in the area of the Bird Estate. So yeah, just looking at the building site so far. I know it's not exciting to some people, but of course when you look back on this video, because it will be a video that you're watching here, and by the way, look at the sunset. Some people prefer the sunset. Look at that, it's gorgeous to see that from here. Wow, it's just amazing. But yeah, some people might want to reflect on this, look back. Of course I remember those. Someone was bound to beep at us there. I knew that one car would do it. I don't know how that would be. Of course, maybe they need to check out and subscribe to Touring With Us. So hello to those people in the car. They might know who we are anyway. But like I say, people do seem to beep or wave when they see a camera. So what I would say is that you might want to reflect back on this in the future, because you know, you might want to remember, oh, I remember these being built here in 2022. So if you're watching in the future, this may be of use to you lot out there. And this is the progress so far. I thought I'd show it on a Sunday. So yeah, this is the view, and the best view to get actually from this area here. Already they've done the road here, but they do need to put a path here, just down here. Look at the cracks on the roads here. Maybe the council need to look at this to improve the roads. So thank you very much for the thumbs up. It really helps with the channel. So yeah, that's as close as I can get really to the current building status, because we're not actually allowed to go in there because they've closed it off at the moment. You can see that for yourself. So I presume all of these houses will be stretched all the way down here eventually. So that would be interesting, to say the least. And a lot of people have come up to me and say how interesting these videos are, including the lives, when people watch live. But yeah, as I say, thank you very much for joining us. Even if it's only one viewer, I would really accept that. And of course, if it was only one thumbs up as well, I would accept that too. But yeah, it's been a while since I've walked up here, since actually the shutdown thing. But of course, I used to walk this way to get to Samuel Ward. But nowadays you can't do that, because in the way of it is the New Croft, which is the football stadium, which I have showcased before, but I don't know whether it'll be very windy to go up there. I could actually take a quick look and then come down the stairs again, but of course, yeah, I could actually do that, but and take a chance. So here's another closer look at the, of course, building status as it is at the moment. You can actually see it for yourself. Wow, it's amazing what they've done so far, and that's the best view you'll get from here. So thank you very much for joining us so far. You can see, of course, already they are developing the road, and we don't know what actually the road is going to be called yet, but I believe there's going to be a roundabout here. Helpful Stuff is watching you on my big telly, that's what he says, with the family. Thank you very much indeed for that. He's watching in Great Yarmouth, so I presume you've never been to Haverhill in your life. So yeah, this is an area that, of course, a lot of people don't, seem to come across and usually miss out, as I said at the beginning of this program here. So thank you very much for joining us, Helpful Stuff. And I haven't seen you on the Q&As for a while, but of course it's nice that you're tuning in here. We do appreciate that. So, of course, new housing estate up here. I'm going to show you a bit of the New Croft, I think it's called, and probably go through the car park area. I won't walk on the mud here because it's too muddy, as you can see. So, yeah, there's another bus stop up here. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. This is touring with us, and keep hitting that thumbs up. It boosts our subscribers to a great deal. We've got over 300 subscribers, which is quite an improvement, and it is growing in numbers. And the more you spread the word about us, the better we can do things. So, yeah, touring with us live here for the Haverhill walk. I had actually thought of going through the other way, but we'll see how things go. But yeah, there might be a way that I can get to Strasbourg Square, which is where I'm hoping to end the walk today. But yeah, it's too mucky. You can see how mucky it is. Is that because of the building work or something that they're doing here? I don't know, but somebody's left their bin out, obviously for the collectors. So what I'm going to do is, and what I thought I'd do, is go up towards the football stadium of Haverhill. It used to be Hamlet Croft back in the day. It used to be just called Haverhill Rovers, and Hamlet Croft in that direction over there it used to be. So let's take a little bit of a wander. I might come back this way, by the way, because it's probably safer. So yeah, I'm actually going to take this zebra crossing, which is what I advise anyone to do, really, even on a Sunday, because you never know what car is coming across here, especially at the speed. So far, all good, all clear. So it's quite blowy up here for whatever reason, so do excuse the wind here. This is Westfield Primary Academy here, which is one of the schools up here. I've lost touch with school these days, so I don't know what's what these days. All I know is it's a academy. I believe it's a mixture of middle school and upper school. I don't know, but of course let me know in the comments if you know about that. 4 thumbs up, that is great, thank you very much, really appreciate that. So that's the main entrance to the Westfield Primary Academy. So what I'm going to do is take a wander up these steps here, and I'm going to show a bit of the football ground. Probably you won't see a lot from the actual fence here, because I'm going to have to enhance my sort of selfie stick, and of course what I'll do, I'll be able to show you if I extend the selfie stick. Did I say stick? Stick, I meant. Yeah, selfie stick. And hopefully it won't make me feel sick. But anyway, let's walk up these steps here. And in doing so, very, very carefully. I believe there's a path that goes the right way around this area, but of course I'm not going to go there today. I don't know where it leads to, so I'm going to have to be very careful walking up these steps here. Thank you very much for joining us here. And yeah, we'll see some of the ground here. And this is the parking terrace here. If you was to ever park for a football match, £1 for 2 hours, and up to 4 hours, £2. Of course, parking terrace apply 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you pay by phone, by the way. It's called the New Croft. So remember where you heard that, here on Touring With Us. I'll be able to see this, but of course I can only see from the camera, because I've literally got to kind of like stretch up, but thankfully the memory stick will allow me to go a little bit further. So this is the New Croft, just here, and thankfully, as it's less windy up here, I'm able to clearly carry on doing what I'm doing here, and the signal is going okay so far. So just imagine a match being played here on a Saturday. I think it's about £6 to get in. I might be wrong by that, I don't know. Let me know in the comments, so you can always comment me after the stream and let me know if the actual price has gone up in terms of football here. So of course you can see it for yourself. It looks amazing, doesn't it? What a ground that is. It's not the first time I've been up in this area here. So yeah, I'm walking along the car park here. I don't know whether I'm actually going to take a shortcut in a new direction, which I haven't been for quite some time, which I could actually try out. Sometimes we do bonus new stuff and you never know where you're going to end up. That's the question. But as I know Haverhill quite well, it's useful. And we do appreciate any comments that you, of course, have regarding touring with us and what you have seen. And don't forget, tonight is a TWU news show, which is basically a news program that we are currently doing on a Sunday and a Wednesday, but both at different times. Tonight's one is at 9 p.m, it's about 10:30 ish, so we've got loads of time to have a little bit of a chat with you lot. And of course during the Wednesday it's 8 p.m. usually, depending on a lot of circumstances. But yeah, if you're interested in that, we have a little bit of local news and current affairs, that kind of thing. Nothing too bad, hopefully, to your attention, so it'd be worth checking out just for that. So this is the car park, just in case you're wondering where I am now. It's the other part of the car park, which isn't free, by the way. As I say, it's £1 for 2 hours and £2 for up to 4 hours, and of course 24 hours a day the parking terrace apply. So there's one sign there, and there's another one just there and one just behind it, and you can pay by phone, and it tells you exactly what to do there and how to do it. The New Croft. Patrons must enter their full and correct vehicle registration into the terminal at the reception on arrival to obtain the permit for 4 hours. Blue badge holders, terrace and all terms and conditions apply. Park within the marked bays. Of course, it's a fine of £100 if you fail to comply with the terms and conditions, and will result in a parking charge. So there you go. And this is Toolstone playing fields here. It's always known as Toolstone playing fields here, and it's connected to the New Croft here. And this is where the queue was, by the way. I just thought I'd let everyone know the queue of people that wanted to be vaccinated. Obviously there's no queue now, because, you know, hopefully that's all over and done with. But of course we never know if we're going to be jabbed ever again. More likely than not. But of course I think it should be a choice whether you want to be jabbed or not, but we won't go too much into that. But there's Slimming World there. I think they are back and running. I did that for a while, but of course, because of my time, I'm not able to continue with it at the moment. But yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. And there is a hall in there, and it's a very good, fine hall actually. And of course, I don't know if they will be able to allow for hire for discos and things like that. I might be wrong by that, but of course, do let us know if you know any more about that, because it's useful to know. 5 thumbs up, absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much. Yeah, 5 thumbs up for the sun here in Haverhill. So yeah, the Haverhill Rovers FC. Of course, this is all the, I would say, the rehearsals of football training and all that kind of thing, and it's all here. This very thing right this minute. I don't know whether we'll get a view of it from here, but of course it may not be open down in that direction. But yeah, let's get a quick view here before we leave. Oh, the sun's coming out nice and warm now. Free heater. I have to say on that particular note. They've even got a satellite dish here. So these are the turnstiles to get into the actual ground here if you ever wanted to come to the new croft. I always forget the name of it because I seem to recall it being, of course, the Hamlet Croft. But it's all changed now. These are the terminals. Just imagine getting through that. That's quite small, isn't it? Try and get through that. Wow, you'd have to try and, you know, like go in sideways. It's quite weird and awkward, really, for anyone that is a large size. But there you go. You can see it for yourself. You can see, oh, what a magnificent ground that is. Wow, that is just phenomenal. There you go, that's the main stand there, which you can just see the far distance there. I can't zoom in because, of course, I have to do it landscape. So, yeah, project sponsored by Neighbourhood Investment Panel of Haverhill Housing Partnership. So, that's their sponsor. Wow, amazing. So, yeah. These are the floodlights here, just here. You can see them all just over there. Yeah, there you go, Haverhill Community Sports Association. So you do need to widen these gaps here, just in case someone like myself need to go through them. But maybe I need to do a little bit of walking as well at the same time. Told you we are no bias, so I say two sides of the story. Football Foundation, Haverhill Community Sports Association. So yeah, that's the main turnstiles here. You can see it for yourself here. There is a bar in here, by the way, in this section here, just here. So yeah, the entrance is on that side. I'll show you just before we leave this area. I will show this again at some point if anybody requests it. And of course, it'd be nice to have a little bit of a wander around and get somebody to actually show us round. It would be nice, and do it live as well. If anybody's interested here, do let us know. Thank you very much for the 6 thumbs up. Yep, thank you very much. That's for the sunshine here in Haverhill. Tony is here. Great video quality. Normally it's quite strange coverage, as in quite blurry in some parts of Haverhill, but thanks to EE they've sorted it out a little bit. But yeah, in some parts of East Anglia they do need to work on to improve the quality here, because, you know, I don't know when 5G is coming up yet, but maybe that's the advanced situation here. So before I leave you here, this is the actual entrance, and that was where the queue was for the jabs. And just here, and they had a jab centre just here. Katie Healy is in the chat. Hello to you. Great video, lovely day. And make sure you tune into our lives if you're able to do so. 8 thumbs up, that's the most we've ever had for a long time. Keep that up, everyone. Really do appreciate that, and spread the word so more subscribers reach us. And let's see, hopefully by the summer we can get 1k subscribers. Can we do it for the cameras? But yeah, like I say, that's the main entrance where everyone was queuing up for the jabs, because that was a jab centre, and we had to wait for the jab to basically sink in at that point. There was a queue right up to there at one point. But yeah, thankfully I'm all jabbed, including the booster. But yeah, I don't want any more, thank you very much. But there may well be a case where we have to. But of course, it's still, I think, to some people, and I quite agree to an extent, but you don't have to agree about, you know, whether it's a personal choice or not, you know. So yeah, like I say, yeah, you know, it should be a personal choice in my opinion, but you know, you make your own mind up whether you want to have it or not. But I respect those who don't, and I respect those who do. So yeah, we're the alternative to boring life, and we are the voice that has no bias, and we are the sound that lives forever. This is the show that never ends. Good slogan there. There you go. The sun is very, very warm down here. So yeah, there is a bus stop just down here. This is Toolstone Way, by the way. If you're not familiar with Toolstone Way, this is probably the longest ever walk that I've ever done, but actually it's not, because it hasn't completed the hour yet. But it feels like I've been walking for an hour, but I've been doing it for slow reason. I've been stopping and starting and all that kind of thing. But I'm not one that wants to rush my walk, really, to be fair. But if I wanted to get to a destination and I wanted to get there quickly and get back quickly, that would be a different scenario. So yeah, a lot of people are saying about these humps that could be removed because they're actually doing no good to the buses. And of course you can see a lot of potholes here that need to be, of course, addressed to Suffolk County Council. I'm sure they will sort that out at some point. You've even got cracks in the path here, which could be something that they could spend some money on instead of other things, as we know. So yeah, 10 thumbs up. Oh, we've made it to that. That's absolutely brilliant. But don't forget to tune in tonight at 9 to catch up with us if you have any question with touring with us. Of course, it's not a Q&A, but of course it is a news channel as well as a touring channel, so we're a bit of both here. And of course, yeah, that will be with myself, Nick Coffey and Julian Spoons. And by the way, Coffey is a stage name, and the reason behind that is because I tend to like drinking coffee. So of course, if anybody asks us why we have got stage names, it's because of course I like drinking coffee and Julian likes tapping spoons, just for love. I'll have to get him to do that at some point. Yeah, I'll get over the side of the road before the car runs me over. So I've done this safely. Could have used the zebra crossing. There isn't no zebra crossing down here, which could be something that would be useful instead of traffic lights. So this is a bus stop just here. You can pick it up, and people are aware of it. It's quite quiet down here, so yeah, I haven't been down this way for a long time. But yeah, as I say, last time I did a walk down the other side of Toolstone Way was actually going towards the Mott's Field, and I went underneath the subway, which is actually not the sandwich shop. It's actually the name of an underneath pub, but I don't know if it's safe to go underneath there at the moment. It looks quite mucky at the moment, but maybe I could do that on a video at the moment one day. We're not able to do the videos at the moment unless anyone can donate $7.99, which will enable us to do more videos. But yeah, let's just take a little bit of a look down here, an exclusive look. I won't go any further today, as there's no one around. It's easier to do it. This is what it's like here. It's quite weird walking under here. Reason why I won't go any further because it's too mucky and too wet to go underneath. But you get an idea. I don't know what the signal will be like going underneath here, but maybe it's okay to go through it. But yeah, I'll take a step back as well. I'll do it a little bit here. Oh, it's quite echo in here. What's the signal like? Is it okay? It's very echo, isn't it? In terms of echo, but of course you can hear my voice dragging everywhere. Further than this because it's actually, look at it, look at the state of it. It does need sweeping, doesn't it? But yeah. Could anyone want to volunteer to do it? You know, look at that. We've got some Banskis in here. Stop hammer time. At least it's not any swear words, or not yet. Look at that. It's just amazing. All this Bansky inside the subways here. Is the signal still good? I just want to know. So yeah, it's quite weird walking underneath here, but yeah, I'll go carefully. It's normally, of course, I can hear my voice now. Hear myself talking. But yeah, I still hear a little bit of an echo. It's quite weird, isn't it? Bit of a scientific sort of feeling there. As you hear my echo go down the tunnel here. Bit of scientific kind of experiment here. You can see how old these bridges are. Yeah, the signal is okay according to Julian. I just saw shadows there. It's not paranormal, by the way. It's still echoey underneath here. I wonder how old these bridges are. You know, they've been here for quite some time, and obviously, you know, they must have some history attached to it because, of course, these underneath paths have been here for many, many years, I have to say. So, yeah, my voice is coming back now. So, yeah, it's not the first subway I've walked underneath. There's another one on the other side of Toolstone, just over in that direction. So, it's fascinating, isn't it, to walk under them because they are quite weird. So, yeah, it normally gets flooded underneath there. So that's why I'm not walking through the sort of mucky part of it, unless someone would volunteer and sweep the leaves up. But I don't think there's anyone around here to do that. It's the first time I've seen flats here, walking past them anyway, because I normally see them on a travel on the double-decker bus going through that way. That's where the number 13 bus would go normally, but of course not on a Sunday they do it. Someone's out for a jog there. Absolutely brilliant. So, first time I walked across any flats down here, so if you live in one of those, wow, it feels like you're living in London. But of course, obviously not as bad as some parts in London. I'm sure there's some really good parts in London, but of course there are some rough parts everywhere in this world that you go to. So, and on that note, we have a marvellous side of the world as well. That is a true statement from Paul McKenna, the world leading hypnosis. If anyone has not heard of him, definitely worth listening to and relaxing to for half an hour anyway. So I'm going to take a trip down here, probably end it at the main Haverhill Way. I actually said it right for the first time. I can't believe I haven't sort of stumbled much. But if I do say the odd word that is wrong, I do try to correct you on that particular note. So I haven't walked down this hill for a long time. This is heading towards another version of Toolstone Way just here. They recently put well, not recently, that's wrong. But, of course, they did put humps in the road down at Toolstone Way where the number 15 goes, and it will be the Bury St Edmunds bus that goes up this way and back down this way towards the town. So if you're familiar with Bury St Edmunds in East Anglia, then of course you'll notice that the number 15 will come this way, and you can track the buses on buses or bustimes.org is a good way of tracking the buses. Also there's apps, My Trip and Stagecoach apps there as well. And another thing to mention is that Stagecoach, talking about that, they come up here after a certain period of time The last two being, of course, quite late at night. There's two of them that come up here late at night from Cambridge. And the last one coming up this way is about 7:45, unless that changes in the future, because bus times do change. 7:45 from the Haverhill bus station. And of course, you've got the other two in the evening as well, which come after the 8 o'clock one. So you've got to wait at least until about, say, 11 and 11:45, because they are quite late. It's a nice big dog there.
Oh, sorry, she is friendly. She's just coming over to say hello.
All right, yeah, hello.
Oh, cool, yes. Some people don't really like dogs.
No, that's all right. That's fine. Yeah.
Big, yeah.
That's all right. I'm doing a videographing, touring with us. yeah. Check us out. Thank you very much. Some nice people around the area. That's okay. Some pleasant people there. Didn't catch his name, but of course, yeah. If you're familiar with touring with us, then of course you'll be familiar with some of my Haverhill solo walks here, and other walks, and occasional walks with our moderators, Julian Spoons, and of course I give this one a mention, known as Matilda and USB, Nicole Girling. All the list of people, as in moderators, are on our website. We are due to update our merchandise at some point when things are less busy. It's going to be a busy, hectic week this week. The next live, hopefully, will be in another area just outside Cambridge. Find out more details when it arrives. Hopefully you can all join us for that, and thank you all for sticking by us today. 11 thumbs up. That really is appreciated of everyone here. Shall I go underneath this tunnel? I'm tempted to do it, probably safer. I wasn't actually going to go that way, but of course this is the other side of Toolstone Way, and of course Toolstone Way stretches down towards the Mott's Field as well, which I have showed, and the first ever video got rewarded at least 1k views on it. Check that out if you haven't already. That's the first ever video we did about 2 years ago. So we'll take a wander underneath here. If you're watching on replay, massive shout out to you, and if you're watching live, massive shout out to you as well. Wow, it's pretty much live when you're watching on replay anyway, because it's uncut, if you like. But yeah, this is much more drier than the other ones, isn't it? Let's see if the signal stays with us. Of course, you always get to Bansky, aren't there? All of these kind of walls here. Wow, amazing. Look at that. Bansky's everywhere. Just, I don't know who writes all this. People need to check all this out, and they miss out on this. They miss out on the echoes here, on the science of the echo. It's a bit like going out to Paul's Cathedral, up into the dome area. And I think that's closed off actually, into Paul's Cathedral. But yeah, you can hear my voice better now. Yeah, coming up towards Strasbourg Square here. This used to be the Vixen pub here, back in the day. The Hungry Horse, great restaurant, very sorely missed. And a bin has been left open here. But yeah, at least they have one here. That's literally where I just walked from. So yeah, it's quite a building that has not been knocked down here, apart from the middle school of Chalkstone, which was just over there. When they had the middle school just there, there's a play area for your kids down here. So we're coming out to Strasbourg Square, not in London. I always thought that once. But yeah, another little bit of Bansky everywhere. The Vixen pub, sorely missed to this day. and there's a car park. It's all boarded up at the moment, but of course there are videos that we did just before it got boarded up properly. And there's still Banskis everywhere on these kind of boarded up stuff here. This is Chalks and Chippies, as in Chalks and Chippies, which also do a van in, I believe it's in a village called Keddington. And there's another village, I can't think of it, it's in Essex somewhere, but yeah, they definitely do it in that village as well. Is it Steeple Bumpstead, something like that? But yeah, this is a Premier store here, which is a convenience store. And the car park, if anyone wants to park up there, I think it's a pay and display one up there. I'm not going to go there today, but of course, you know, it's definitely useful. Defence and fitness rooms there. So the chip shop is not actually open on a Sundays, but it's open during the week, and they do takeaways as well, I believe. So that's useful to know. So this is the play area for any kids that want to play down here. It is now open. And this is the Toolstone Community Centre here. And just at the back of it, just where that little slope goes down, is the eye clinic. I had that this year to check if I've got any problems with my eyes. You know, the eye clinic. And the community is a whole as well. I believe it's for hire as well. So there you go. Proof that I'm in Strasbourg Square here. So what is Julian saying to me? I'm trying to catch up with what he's saying. Do subscribe if you, well, do subscribe if you have for free, right? That doesn't make any sense, Julian. But yeah, what he means is subscribe for free, because it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, like Netflix and of course Sky, as you know. Julian said Linton. What has that got to do with anything? Can you actually explain what you mean, Julian? I don't know what he's talking about there, but of course, yeah, perhaps we'll do Linton at some stage. I don't know when that's going to be, but of course that would be a nice village. But Abington is the worst one to do for live, because the signal is not great for EE, and EE need to be aware of this. If they are watching right this minute here, they need to be aware of it. Chip can. A chip can? Okay. I know what you mean, but yeah, the chip van. Yeah. The chip van is actually in Linton as well. I forgot about that one. And Stephen Bunstead, I believe it is as well, unless I'm wrong by that. And they used to be in Haverhill, but of course they haven't got a, you know, maybe they've got to rent it in Haverhill. I don't know if it's something to do with a permit. I don't know anything about that. I just hear that they can't do it for whatever reason. So I don't want to get the wrong idea on that one. So, yeah, Chris Edwards, you know, sort of manages that with his brother. So, yeah, very good tasting chips as well of Haverhill. Amongst others as well, you've got Benny's and you've got Smart as well. 3 different choices. Of course, there's one on the Clements as well, which we don't really go and use. But look at the state of this field here. It's wasted land here. You know, this is where Chalkstone used to be. Do you remember it, Julian? Do you remember when it used to be a school? Do you remember having lessons down here? And I believe it leads up towards the old train station, which of course you can't go through at the moment. Maybe one day I will showcase just the railway line only and walk from, of course, basically East Town Park, and maybe I'll do that this week and we'll see how it goes, and of course prove where the leaflet tells us that the disused railway line actually ends up at Arundine and not East Town Park. So that's one fact I have remembered. So people playing football down here using a small goal. We used to do that back in the day. So the eye clinic is just round there, just round that building there. and that's where it is, and they sort of take a picture of your eye. It's quite a thing, really, because you've got to keep your eyes still, and it's not easy, to say the least. But yeah, we're walking into the car park here, which is quite an empty one here on a Sunday. Is that an actual surprise? But there's actually 2 football goals here. Anyone wants to kick a football round. But do these goals stay up all year round? I know Mottsfield do take them down after the excuse me. Yeah, I've got that coffee. Yeah. Do they actually stay up all year round? But of course, we know that Mottsfield, as I was saying, don't stay up. They usually take them down at the end of the season. That's the council, that is, I'm talking about. And apparently that's where Haverhill Town played, just on that Mottsfield just over there. It's in that direction. What you do see is a lovely view from here of the actual town. You've got the best view ever, especially in sunset here. We're coming up to the hour here. See if I can go any further for a little bit here, but I will end it up by the sports centre, I think is the best way to end it here. If I can get onto the park here. It's not very exciting, to say the least, about a car park, but it's useful to see it, and people don't often see it very often. It's quite muddy down here, so I'm going to have to be very careful. Can anyone remember what this site used to be in the history sort of terms? And what you can see is the Haverhill St Mary's Church from here, which is that pointing thing just there, where my hands are pointing. I believe that Tesco's is probably not open all evening, but I'll take a wander down here. I could actually shortcut just down there, which is not a bad little area to take a shortcut. It's a nice little Sunday stroll today, and I hope everyone's enjoyed what they have seen today. And don't forget, touring with us is what we are. Hopefully I'll take Julian on a little walking and drag him out. If you're still watching, Julian, are you still in the chat? Because I'll be getting you to do a live one day, and I'll be taking a rest from holding the camera. It's much easier to hold it like this, and it's not so arm aching. So there we have it. Walking through the car park, and it might go a bit sort of squidgy, the picture. The picture might be going a bit squidgy. I do apologise about that if it is, because I can't see it at your end. But I'm walking through the car park of Tesco's. I wonder where these people are heading on a Sunday. Maybe they're doing a Sunday stroll as well. So yeah, I've never seen a car park as pretty as this. What would be nice is if they actually grew some flowers down here. A lot of people don't actually spot these places to check out, really. There's another way, is that they tell you to exit down here by saying goodbye. Thank you for shopping with us. Well, I haven't shopped yet, so of course you can't say goodbye to me yet. And I haven't ended the stream yet, so yeah. So I think there's normally a cafe, but apparently cafes a lot in supermarkets, in particular in Sainsbury's, are shutting down and changing over to Starbucks. I don't know what people think about that, but of course, is Starbucks going to be the new sort of business that will take over everything? I do wonder where these cars are heading here. So this is one of the exits here. I don't even know if Tesco's is still open, but it may well be. I doubt the cafe will be. Not on a Sunday anyway. So you've got your bottle banks here. Cool. Somebody's left a lot of rubbish down here. So live here on Touring With Us. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much everyone that has commented today. And make sure you do. And of course check out our other lives. Of course we'll give you more details of when we go live next, which will be on Tuesday. Expected to be on Tuesday. Because I'll be doing a Spoons tour. Find out what that Spoons tour will be. And it could be in a town near you. Who knows? But we are expected to be in Great Yarmouth at the end of the month. It's been a long time since we've been to Great Yarmouth, since about a year ago, because of safety reasons and not knowing when things are going to be back to normal in terms of travel, as it is now, a lot better. That's thanks to the people of the UK. We've done really, really well. And for the people that have travelled over here as well, as being a traveller over here when you can travel, if that makes any sense. So Queen Street is just over there. I'll use my pointing finger just to let you know. Down here there used to be a swimming pool, an outside one back in the day, just next to the police station here, which of course is not actually open at the moment. I'm not going to go on and start filming police stations. I'm just going to show you where it is. That's all you need to know, because you are allowed to film outside it, but you're not allowed to film inside it. So I don't recommend these Facebookers or maybe YouTubers as well that go around filming police stations. I'm not one of those. So 12 thumbs up, absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. Appreciated. If anyone wants to, of course, support us with a coffee or two, or even a bite to eat would do. But yeah, you can do that by an app if you want to do that at some point at a Spoons, as we are very much of a Spoons fan. So signs to St Mary's Church is just here. Swan Lane is just here, which takes you onto the main town. You can see St Mary's Church in the background. Thankfully the battery has stayed with us as well. There's scaffolding here. I don't know quite what that's all about, but of course I believe that they are sort of making sure it's not knocked down. I'm only guessing, but of course Argos used to be there. There used to be a nightclub many years ago called the Rush nightclub, if anyone remembers that. And it used to be a shopping hall back in the day as well. Some very useful history information. And of course Pease Hill is just over there. And of course, if anyone's not familiar with my radio show, I talk a bit about that on my show about Touring With Us, which is the Club Mix show, which usually can be heard on All Request Radio each and every Fridays or Saturday nights if you miss the Friday edition, 10 p.m. till midnight. So 2 hours of great dosage of music of the 90s style and possibly modern day. And we throw in some exclusive flavour as well. So we're coming up to Eric Horston Way here, which of course is the main road that stretches through Haverhill and can get busy. Obviously it's not today. And do let us know what the weather is like in your area. Is it warmer or colder than this area here? The signal might go a bit strange in places because we're going past buildings, or maybe EE have not sorted it out yet. But there's a river that flows here, the River Star Valley, is it? The Star Valley. But yeah, that flows right the way through the town, just there. right next to the bus station. People don't often spot it. But yeah, I've enjoyed doing this, by the way. It's been quite an experience. It's quite a nice sort of relaxing day to do it. So just over an hour I've been going here. It's absolutely incredible. Yeah, that's the longest live I've done for a long time. It's because partly I know the area quite well. So, wonder how long these walls have been here. You can see it's been raining here, and a reflection of clouds. And that way heads towards Cambridge, in that direction. And that road here, Haverhill Way, stretches all the way to Sudbury and goes underneath the, I would say, the Stoneham Arches Bridge. People running away from the camera because they know they are watched. But I don't go out deliberately to film people. If they want to come to us, that's fine by us. I believe Aldi's is still open, is it? I don't know. But yeah, very few people in the because of Sunday. It is payment display. This is Aldi, as people call it, Aldi or Aldi. Don't know how it's pronounced. I think it's German. Can we get 13 thumbs up by the end of the stream? We'll see. See how things go. Hopefully when I do the railway walk, it'll be in nice warm weather to do it, so I'm able to do it, especially next week, where I'll be probably staying in Haverhill a bit. But I tend to do Haverhill, I would say, personally, about once or twice a month. I wouldn't do it any more than that. So this is the Aldi car park, or Aldi car park. Howdy do. The main roundabout. Do take extra care when going around here, because I would tell you this is a good webcam source here to use, so that cars can watch what they do in terms of speed. And it certainly help the police, wouldn't it, if there's anything that does happen now. But of course, obviously it won't do. But I'm just saying and suggesting it. But of course, yeah, do take extra care when coming around here, because especially when buses come out this way. And you know, is the word give way the right thing? So yeah, just take extra care when coming around this roundabout. It's an awkward roundabout, but so far on the Sunday it's quite good. But yeah, we just hope everyone stays safe around this roundabout, which is the best thing to say about this really. You can see the beautiful sunset here. Thank you very much for staying with us. It really helps with the channel in a great way. So the bus station is just behind the trees there. And we will do the town at some point. We'll probably do a little bit more of Haverhill this week coming, but of course there will be other places that will go as well. Suffolk is on the way as well, which is another one which I want to showcase, the Bridge End Gardens. That will be nice. That's coming up soon, so that will be good. This is Reed's Lane here. There's a fire engine, kind of like reminds me of London's Burning. But probably not as big as London's Burning. And for one, London's Burning was not, of course, real, because it was all actors. Very well played though by the actors at the time. Some of them are not with us. Can't remember the names of them now, but yeah, I've just gone blank when, of course, I need to remember the names of them. Recall was one of them, but yeah. But one of the actors are not there now, but some of them are still there. We're talking about London's Burning here. But yeah, like I say, yeah, fire engines ready to come out if there are sort of any issues. in terms of fire, but they don't just do fire, they do other rescue things as well. So it's not just about that entirely. KFC just down here, and you've got a Cine World here. So it's the Suffolk County Council Fire Service. Give them a promotion. Sick note. No, was it sick note? No, that one with the, was it George? Is it George? Not George. One with the curly hair, Julian. If you remember his name. Oh, was it Haverhill, something like that? So, yeah, do let us know in the comments just before I leave today. And I will leave a gap here, because apparently last time I did the live in Royston, people didn't hear what I said towards the end. But it is on replay. So it's the training night between 7 o'clock and 9 p.m. the Haverhill Fire Station. Give them a bit of a shout out. Be interesting to, of course, get an interview with them as well at some point. Bailey, yes, what was his real name though? That's right, Julian. You're trying to correct me with that. So over there is what used to be Leo's Sainsbury's, of course, Co-op, but it's now Pound Stretcher. I can't pronounce it right. It's now Pound Stretcher. And of course, yeah, it's been Pound Stretcher for quite some time now. And it's not open now because it's closed after a certain time on Sundays. The only thing is open at the moment is this place here, KFC. They are quite expensive. Nice chicken though and chips, but they don't do cups of tea or cups of tea. And they don't do cups of tea or coffee anymore, which is a little bit of a disappointment. But they have got Subway, not the underneath path, but the actual brand over there. Give them a mention. I'll have a quick walk around here. I'm surprised that nobody apart from that guy with the dog earlier has spotted me and said hello. But yeah, you don't get it all the time, but of course it's nice that people come up. I always ask the question, who are you? Who are you? Because we don't know who people are. But if they subscribe to us, even better. Yeah, I'll just push the button here. Make sure you wash your hands when you push the buttons. Wash your hands everywhere you go, really. You don't want that virus to come back. Or ever to come back ever again. That's what some people of outsiders would say. So it's safe to cross here. So yeah, we'll take a quick look around the area and showcase some of the area. I believe it's safe to cross here. So this is Subway just coming up here. Can't believe I walked over an hour now. There used to be trees here, by the way, but they chopped them down. I don't think it's to do with the storm Eunice that happened recently. It's nothing to do with that, I don't think. But, of course, it happened a long time ago where there used to be trees all the way around here. Can someone let me know why they chopped them down in the comments? So this is Subway here. Don't even know if it's got a time that they are open till. But it usually tells you on the internet anyway. Just look up, of course, Subway of Haverhill, and it usually will tell you the opening times. But yeah. So yeah, I believe it's open at the moment. It does say open, so yeah, just to prove that point. And of course, yeah, you can sit inside as well. They've actually made the chairs a little bit better, because sometimes they are a tight squeeze, rather, is the right word to use. So we give them a mention. I'd like to say that I actually came to them before, of course, regarding our YouTube channel, and they wanted to know how much audience figures we had. But of course, yeah, that was when we were small. But of course, we like to promote as much as we can while we can as well. Good sunset here in this area, and the signal has stayed strong as well. So Prezzo I've never literally been to in my life. I believe that people are having dinners here. Looks quite romantic.
Along the floor.
I believe you can walk in at the moment. These are the current prices at the moment, although you can't really see that very well. But the highest prices for pasta, for example, Pennine Arrabbiata, or Arrabbiata, is £9.25. So yeah, Marigata Pizzetta is £9.25, and of course salad is £9.95. House fries is £3.95. Of course, yeah, you got your kids menu as well, and your desserts just there. But of course, I can't see it from this side because, of course, the sun is glaring in the window, so you can't really see it from here. I don't know if you can see that at all. Probably not, but that was what I was basically telling you. So there we go. That's Prezzo, and the cinema is just here, the Cine World. Unlimited cinema, just here. I do like looking at how beautiful things look from outside of the area. Makes Haverhill look really spectacular, doesn't it? But yeah, this is a Turkish cuisine here. It's called Crunchies. This was where, of course, Frankie and Benny's was once stood. It looks quite sort of unique and posh inside. And these are the foods that you can actually get. One day, maybe we'll try it out. And the menu will be here. The main menu, of course, a chicken burger, for example, or a lamb burger, $13.95. And, of course, you can get pizza, seafood as well, salmon for £17.95 in Haverhill. Of course, these are the opening times. It's actually got the opening times in here. That's what most places could actually have, so people know when it's open. Opening times here, Sunday, of course, 12 p.m. till 10 p.m. It's quite useful to know. We've got a bar area just there. So there we have it. Shall I leave you with the sunset of Haverhill? I think I would do that honourable thing. So, yep, there we go. It's been a pleasure doing this live from Haverhill Way along the other side of Haverhill. Perhaps we'll do a Haverhill railway line walk, just the railway line, and nowhere blooming else. But yeah, it's been absolutely a pleasure doing this live today. I hope you have all enjoyed it. Thanks for the stream, and thanks for sticking to us, Tony. I believe you're watching from outside of Huntingdon. I know you are born and bred at Huntingdon or something like that, but yeah, I know you're near the area, or you said something about Huntingdon. But yeah, massive shout out to you, and thank you so much for watching. We will leave you with the last view and the webcam view, if you like, as I call it on my stream here, the webcam view of, yes, Haverhill, Haverhill Way. But from myself, Nick Coffey, as in, of course, on behalf of Touring With Us, take care, and don't forget to check out the Sunday News Show tonight at 9 p.m. if you are able to watch it live. If not, it's always on the replay. And, of course, our next live is probably going to be expected to be on Tuesday, so look out for that. And it is near Huntingdon, I can confirm. That's all I can say for now. But more details is coming up on that, and possibly some more stuff on Haverhill as the weather is slowly warming up next week. And let's hope it stays with us. And hopefully you stay with us for the last picture, and I will leave it for a couple of seconds. Thank you very much. We'll leave you with the last webcam view of Haverhill Way in Haverhill with the sunset. Take care. Bye. Stay safe and have a nice afternoon, stroke evening, or morning, or whatever time you are watching. This is Touring With Us. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel of Touring With Us. Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook if you haven't done already. Subscribe free of charge to Touring With Us on our YouTube channel.